What's up, everybody? Master Reactor here, and today I have a replay for y'all. Another FL ladder match versus BLS for game. Real cool dude. He's a FL grinder, ladder grinder, so pretty good. I think that he's on Turbo, I want to say, and I am on the Jim Carrey / mod control / let's do it. There's one card that really goes stupid in this match and literally wins me both games 1 and games 3. I won't spoil it, but it'll probably be in the thumbnail, probably be in the description. That being said, we're going to get into the gameplay here. I might show the list after, possibly, depending how long this replay takes or whatever. So, yeah, I did win the die roll, so this is really good. So, we open pretty busted hand here, not going to lie. We got Spy, Breaker, Night Assailant, Duo, Solemn Judgment, Snatch. So, pretty good hand. Obviously, I'm going to fire this Duo off right here. I'm having a pretty rough day on the ladder, to be honest. I lost like fucking, I think like 4 in a row or something crazy. But I do pick the Regeki break, and he, unfortunately for me, has Sinister, fortunately for him. So, get a 1-for-1 there. You hate to see it. Pretty much the card you don't really want to hit is like a Night Assailant or a Sinister. So that really sucks, but here we are. So now what I'm going to do is, I'm going to, because most of the time when I play this guy, I'm on Warriors, so he's probably going to think I'm on Warriors. So what I want to do here is, I kind of wanted to play around Dust Shoot as much as I could. This doesn't play around heavy, so it's like, you play around a card that he possibly has 3 of, or you play around a card that he only has 1 of, which is heavy. And if he does heavy, you can just fire it off. So I decide just to set the Snatch over here, set the Spy, and set the Solemn and just pass. And now he does decide just to fire this MST in draw phase. And he hits the good old Snatch Steal. So love to see it. Glad he didn't hit the Solemn right here. That would have been great. And he is now going to play around Dust Shoot and not get his Sinister Serpent back. Which, you know, is gambling again. Do I have it? Do I not have it? If I do have it, obviously it's the right play to not get the Sinister. But it's like, do I really? So, I don't know. I just usually just grab it and say screw it. But he does Fighter's Upstart, so I'll gain 1,000. And then he sets a monster, again playing around Dust Shoot, and activates Pot of Greed. Now here, at this point, I'm thinking like, alright, all he has is Sinister, and he has a set monster. I think this is a good time just to Judgment here because the game is pretty simplified and I don't really want him to get his plus back from the Duo, even though I didn't really go that plus. But so I just decided just to fire off Solemn Judgment, and maybe he'll still think I'm on Warriors or something. So I do decide to do that. Pretty risky, but I think it was the right play in the long run. So pretty low on life. I do draw another Spy, which you hate to see. So now I flip the Spy here, and pretty much the gig is up. So he knows I'm not on Pure Warrior, but I could be on like a Flip Package Warrior or something. So I just go to battle here, try to hit, because if not, if I run into a Spy here, it's tough. But if I run into a Fate that he has like something like a Sook or something, I don't really want him to get value with that. So you always just want to attack and say screw it. I do run into the Sook, so I'll take the 200 here. And I decide to just set the Night Assailant because I just want to kind of get the ball rolling on this game. I want to get damage in. I just want to see what I can do with it. So he draws return. He will now get his Sinister Serpent back. Makes sense. And he just sets 1 and passes. Now, this play, I think I kind of messed this up. I probably should have just went for Summon Breaker here, pop, just swing, leave the Night Assailant down. But in my head, I was just thinking, he only has Serpent. So it's like, unless he top decks something, which he is going to top deck. Spoiler alert, again, a lot of spoilers in this. That's really going to hurt, but I do just decide just to go for the good old flip the Night Assailant play here. Just seeing if he has TT, maybe he'll TT here. And then I just say, screw it, you ain't got it, and I Summon Breaker, and I do pop Snatch Steal. Now, I don't understand why he didn't activate Snatch Steal and go for the good old flip. Maybe he just wanted to wall up more. I would have definitely went Snatch, flip Sook, set down, and walled up here, but he did not decide to do that. So I just decided to set Mirror Force a pass. He does find Thunder Dragon. So now he has Thunder Dragon Sinister. He just gets 1 here. And he just goes for the good old Banish here. And I don't, I can't do it. No, I can't do anything. I just have to let that go. And I just pass. I do draw a Ring. which is obviously a phenomenal card because now I know he has Sinister and Thunder Dragon in hand, and it's pretty much curtains hopefully soon. So I do get in there with the ring and standby phase, and he sets one, and he does find the Gravekeeper Spy. So now it's like, oh, well, I have to go for game here. Assuming, I don't think he even shuffled that. I probably should have just looked at that and maybe not swung there, but now I go down to 1100, so now I'm at just like Ring of Destruction, I'm screwed. And for some reason, I don't set this Faith. I think the reason why is I don't really want to lock my board up, and if I do happen to find Tribe, I could maybe get a game shot in here somehow, some way. So I decide just not to set the Faith. He sets a back row, passes. I find Thunder Dragon. I do pitch that to grab the 2, and I switch everything, and I just pass. He now sets a monster. I find Regeki Break. He doesn't do anything. I go to battle, hit the set. It is a Sengen, and now he's searching for Faith. So he does have a couple good targets here with Faith, but here we are. Now he sets the back row and sets Faith. Now at this point, I was trying to like, I don't know, I was thinking maybe like the end phase pop this in case it's ring or something. But I just felt like I didn't want to do that because I do have this Regeki Break. And at this point, I'm looking for the card that's going to finish this game. And when y'all see it, you're going to be like, what the hell? So, he does flip the Faith, and I just say, okay. I'm actually, like, fine with this. I'm like, I don't really see this going bad. I have Mirror Force, I have Regeki Break. I can chain Regeki Break to pop my Spy, so it's not game if he has the ring. So he does go Pot of Greed here. I'm okay with this. And now he drops the Chaos Sword here, decides to banish the Spy. Again, I'm okay with this. And then he activates card destruction. So now I'm really okay with this. Because now in my head, I'm like, alright, this is getting me closer to the card I need to finish this game out. So I discard 3 here, and now I have the Faith set, so it gets me even closer. And I draw into Sengen. I draw into the card, Ceasefire. He's only at 1500. And now he activates Duo, and now I'm just praying he doesn't hit the Ceasefire, and he can't hit both of them. So no matter what, I'm going to have Tribe to go for game. I can just pitch, pop, boom, swing in, get in. So he does pick the Sengen, and I get to keep the Composed Ceasefire. And I draw into a knock, which isn't doing much here. And I think I just go for it right here. I want him to clear, because if I don't do this, like, there's no reason not to just try to kill him right here. So I do make him burn the Regeki Break, and he has to pop his own Faith here. So that way I don't have to worry about him end phasing, hitting my Ceasefire, and then I'm just in shambles. So, and he does change Jar of Greed, so now I'm just like, okay, this game is completely over with. I've got this. There's no card that he can do anything with to be okay. And just in case, just for shits and kicks, I do flip up Faith and get Duo, and then I flip the Spy for no reason and just pass, and I show him the good old Ceasefire for game. So really good game 1 there. Ceasefire putting in work for game 1, and let's go to the next one. Amazing card, like really fun card. All right. We open Faith, Break, Jim Carrey, Knock, and Thunder Dragon. Again, pretty good hand. Decent going second hand. He decides to do the good old 2 back row set I'm on pass. I go to standby. He does have the Dust Shoot, which is kind of annoying. And he does decide to put back the Thunder Dragon. And I do hit him with a knock here because it's like, why not? I pretty much got to do it. He gets rid of all the spies. Gets rid of all my spies. And I decide just to set Regeki Break and set the Mask. Now the reason why I do this is because I don't really want him to, if he does have a knock, and if he has Mind Con, I'm fine with this too because he just gets back Dust Shoot and it's pretty much dead. And I have his Regeki Break where I can just protect it and be okay. So this game I felt like I played as best as I could play, but it kind of got out of hand quick, and it was just like nothing I could really do in a situation. So he does decide to summon Deco, which is probably the right play, and I just activate Regeki Break, pitch in the Faith, and I do pop the ring, and I get back a Regeki Break, and now it gives me Dark to Light. So now I'm just praying for a Chaos Monster so I can banish that Deco so he doesn't have the Dark and Light, and maybe I'm in a decent spot. I draw Jar of Grief for turn. I set the Jim Carrey. I set the Jar. I set the Break, and I pass. He does activate Upstart, so I gain a little bit of life points. Okay, pretty decent. He goes to battle. I activate Jar of Greed because, like, I have no reason not to. because if I don't, then I'm not going to get shit back. At least I do get Jar of Greed back. And pretty unfortunate draw is a Faith. Not really doing much for me at the moment. And he sets a back row, and he sets him on and passes. I draw Snatch Steal here. I thought about maybe just like Snatch Stealing this. And let's just show both just to see if this would have worked. Yeah, that would have actually worked out pretty well, actually. I think I would have been doing good. I could have just went like, break the set, Snatch Steal this, set Faith, pass. And that would have been actually the right move right here. But I decided not to do that. Because I'm kind of like waiting for him to drop a Chaos Monster or something. So maybe I can get him with Snatch. But that just backfired on me. I should have just did that. And maybe it would have took him off his Dark. So we'll play with hands up and see what would have happened if I done that. And he did draw Knock. So this is just unfortunate for me. He does Knock here. And this banishes one. So now I know that's Faith. And he's going to flip that up. Get the Upstart back. And he Upstarts into Tribe. So yep, that wouldn't have been the right play because he would have just summoned Tribe and just got me right there. So glad I didn't do that play at that moment. And he decides to tribute the Faith, which I don't know if I would have done that probably, but here we are. I probably fucked this up too. I probably should have maybe set the Snatch Steal instead of just letting Dust Shoot resolve here. But I was just like, screw it. I was really hoping just not to draw him on, and he just blanks the Dust Shoot here if he has it. Fortunately, I do draw Breaker. It goes back, so that's tough. So now I'm in a spot where it's like, I don't really have much I can really do here. So I have to just, I don't really have to. I probably shouldn't have, but I think he knows. Yeah, now he definitely knows that he just Dust Shooted me. So he knows I have Snatch, so it's like, why not? I have the Regeki Break set, which he knows. And I get to clear here, and I still do have my Chaos Live, and I have Regeki Break to do anything. So all I have to do is buy one Chaos Monster here. And he finds Graceful Charity, which is really good for him. So at this point, I'm just like, yeah, this is not looking that great. And then I take a Bathroom Break. He sets a back row and sets him on and passes. I find Sengen here. Not the greatest card to draw, but it is what it is. Knock would have been pretty good here. I just run into it. He gets Night Assailant, and it's just not looking too good for me because he does have a discard trap here, and he's going to pop my set, and I have nothing to do but just take it, and he gets back his Faith. So now I'm in a world of hurt. And he does decide to drop the BLS now to banish my Sengen, and now I do have the Chaos Live still, but now I know he has Faith. So it's like, what can I really do here? And I find Breaker, which is just a meme. It's like, really? I should have definitely set that Snatch Steal. Maybe I would have drew something other than this. Or something. I don't know. Maybe I wouldn't have Snatch Stealed. But, oh yeah, he wouldn't have known I had Snatch Steal. So yeah, I think definitely setting Snatch Steal might have changed a little bit of this game. But I don't know how much it would have changed. But here we are, because he did have Break and he had Tribe anyways. So I don't think I'm doing much. He activates Graceful. And he pitches another Night Assailant, and I've seen enough. So we go to a game 3 here. And he gives me the Think Face. And let's check it out. I opened pretty busted, not gonna lie. I opened the Pot of Greed, the God card Ceasefire, the Thunder Dragon, the Faith, and the good old Trap Dust Shoot. You'd love to see it. And a Jar of Greed. So my hand is correct. Like... This shit is bonkers. This is how I want to draw going first. Give me this hand every time, we will be okay. So we Pot of Greed into Sook and Spy, so it just gets even better. Just lovely. Decide to set the Spy, and I decided to set 3 back rows and pass. And now we could just go show both because I'm going to Dust Shoot him. And we see he has the Spy, the Night Assailant, the Duo, Thunder Dragon, Mirror Force, Mind Control, and Spy. So... obviously, I maybe could have sent back the Spy, but I was like, I'm not going to really do anything. I want to save the Ceasefire. I'm going to let him Mind Con here because it really doesn't really hurt me at all if he does. So, now I can hide hand. So we know what he's got. So I sent back a Thunder Dragon. He does go Duo here. Now I'm just hoping he doesn't hit my Faith or my Sook. And fortunately for me, he does hit the Thunder Dragons. So I get to discard that. He does play the Mind Control. And I do not chain... Ceasefire to protect it because I'm just like, maybe it could have been the right play, but I just felt like it wasn't. So And he does set the Night Assailant, and he sets the Mirror Force. So now at this point, I'm like, is this Mirror Force? Is this Spy? And I want to play the Find Out game here, because if I set this Faith here, and it is the Night Assailant, I'm going to get hard body punished. Because I just can't really do much. So I feel like taking this 800 risk is worth it, and it gets more shit on the field. And like, I'm just like, screw it, let's just do it. Let's see what the set is. I do Jar of Greed, and I find another Sork here. And I just go right into battle, and I swing into it, and it is the Night Assailant. So I'm like, hell yeah, I love to see it. So now I'm just like, I'm in a great spot. And I just banish the Spy that's up. I set the Faith, and I pass. And this is where it gets spicy here. He finds the knock, and now is the time to reveal the one, the only ceasefire to protect my Faith. So now I know he has Spy and he has Mirror Force, and I have this Sook. And could you believe it that I'm going to finish this game next turn? Here we go. We draw the knock. That's one piece for it. Let's go. We summon the Sook. We flip it down. No problems. Find Pot of Greed. Get Pot of Greed. Find Graceful Charity and a Singing. We Graceful into Heavy for the Mirror Force. The Jar of Greed and the BLS. Let's freaking go. We pitch the good old Singing in the jar. We Heavy Storm. We drop BLS. We knock and we get in for game. That was some sacky shit, I'm not going to lie. But like he said, holy hell, beige ceasefire. I said, yeah, LOL. Don't think, oh, here we go. So yeah, this is what he says. It's like, yeah, ceasefire's the fucking stones. Cease goes stupid. 1U, 1 in 3. Crazy. So yeah, that was a good game. Ceasefire definitely puts in work when it puts in work. But unfortunately, it can be very bad. Like, I honestly believe that, I mean, it is a card that I go to side deck out a very often amount of time when I play it in the main deck. But it's just like, I feel like it is a lot more times dead than it is live. But it does go stupid though. Like, I mean, here's an example I can tell y'all. I was really deep, like, on the match last year at Worlds. I actually brought this type of deck. Different build though. I got 9th place at Worlds last year with this list, with the list that I brought. And I was really deep in my deck. And I'm just digging for Ceasefire. I'm digging versus Alvarado. We're in a game 3 setting, I think. And I'm just like, if I get this Ceasefire, I'm going to win. I'm going to win. And unfortunately, I just did not find it, and he got me that game. And he ends up winning the whole entire tournament. I bubbled 9th because I had like one less invite than Don't Copy. And he got in 8th. So that was really rough. But enough of me rambling. I'm having a good season. I'm mixing it up. I'm playing Warrior. I'm playing Mod. I'm playing Turbo. I'm playing Chaos Control. I'm playing Reasoning Gate. Who knows what deck I'm going to be on. Who knows how to play against me. I got to keep him guessing. I'd rather play with 10,000 decks. Or some quote that some guy said. I don't fear the man that plays with 10,000 decks. But I do fear the man that plays with one deck 10,000 times. Or some quote like that I just seen in an MBT video. But that being said, here comes the deck list, y'all. Check it out, check it out. We got 1 BLS, 1 Breaker, double Sword, triple Spy, double Magician of Faith, double Jim Carrey, Mask of Darkness. We got double Night Assailant, Sangin, Sinister, triple Thunder Dragon, Tribe, Tsukiyomi. No decos. These kind of replace the decos. 20 mons, really solid shit here. 10 spells, 10 traps. We got Duo, Grace, Heavy, MST, Double Knock, Pot of Greed, Snatch, Double Upstart. We got the Ceasefire, Double Jar of Greed, Mirror Force, Break, Ring, Triple Solemn. I really do like this list, to be honest. Like, it really does cook. Like, you know, when it gets popping off and it gets going, it really gets going. Like, it's some good shit. I do enjoy playing it. It's fun. Giving y'all all the goo right here in this video. So we got double Kinetic Soldier for Warrior, double Zombira for Warrior. We got Book of Moon for any control. We got a 1 Mind Control for the Turbo Mirror. We got double Mystic Walk, double Dust Tornado, triple Saku, and double Dust Shoot because we're not main decking Dust Shoot. I actually do like this because then it's like I got a better game 1 versus Warrior. I don't have to worry about bricking on this card at all. Like, and if I don't play against Warrior, I could just side it in. which I did do, playing that last match that y'all just seen. With that being said, tell me anything you would change about this list. Tell me how you feel about it. Tell me, do you think Mod Control or Jim Carrey is a deck that is able to do good in the 2025 meta of the GOAT format? Hit the like, hit the sub. Have a good day or night.